The new iPhone 11 Pro ultra-wide lens is the newest upgrade in Apple's product lineup, and we've been getting a lot of questions on how the 11's ultra-wide quality stacks up against our SANDMARC wide-angle lens. So we wanted to do a camera shootout. We're going to be using the iPhone 11 Pro Max's ultra-wide angle lens and comparing it to our wide-angle lens on the standard camera of the 11 Pro Max. But we're not stopping there. We wanted to see how the SANDMARC wide-angle lens on the iPhone XR compares as well. Since night mode is one of the biggest features of the new iPhone 11 Pro Max, we decided to test low light first. It's important to note that the ultra-wide camera does not come with a night mode feature built in. Only the telephoto and wide camera do. In this shot, the left and middle photos use night mode while the image on the right does not. Since the ultra-wide lens does not have a night mode, the SANDMARC wide lens with the iPhone 11's wide camera can use night mode to produce better images. Here's another example of how the ultra-wide camera with no night mode compares to the SANDMARC wide lens. You can see the photo in the center is better exposed and shows more details. We also wanted to test out the low light capabilities of the XR, and this is what we found. The iPhone 11 image with night mode on still wins this comparison, but we noticed that the XR with the SANDMARC wide lens came in second with a better exposed photo. The XR was able to bring out more light into the clouds, boat, and city. Although the SANDMARC wide lens with the XR isn't as wide, it was able to produce a better image compared to the ultra-wide camera of the 11. Even in darker conditions as seen in this shot, the XR's wider aperture lets in more light. We also wanted to test out the 11's video quality in low light and got similar results. The ultra-wide angle is able to get more of the scene, but the wide camera handles light better. Combining the iPhone's wide camera with SANDMARC's wide lens gives the best of both worlds. We then tested the wide-angle cameras in the daytime. At first glance, it seems there isn't much of a difference other than the ultra-wide lens being a bit darker. So we zoomed in 300% and found that the XR with the SANDMARC wide lens actually preserved more details compared to the 11 Pro. The 11 Pro with the SANDMARC lens did get a better exposure but added more grain. And the 11 Pro's ultra-wide camera is completely blurred out. We did our final tests midday to really compare the differences between the cameras and found them to be pretty similar. The main difference is the amount of distortion that the ultra-wide camera adds. If we look at the streetcars and the center divide at the bottom of the picture, you can see that the center divide curves a lot more compared to the other images. Aside from that, sharpness and dynamic range is very similar. The iPhone 11 Pro's ultra-wide-angle lens is an amazing upgrade to Apple's iPhone lineup, and it performs well in decent light. However, it's not perfect and has its limitations. The lack of a night mode is its biggest weakness if you take pictures often at night. The iPhone 11 Pro's standard wide lens paired with SANDMARC's wide lens gets you the most quality for ultra-wide night photography. Surprisingly, the XR paired with the SANDMARC wide lens, although not as wide, still outperforms the 11's ultra-wide in sharpness and distortion, especially in low light.